Len Goucher and Gary Hines here on Thursday, April the 22nd. And Gary, before we get into our short update here, I wanted to take a moment to thank Scott Armstrong and his colleagues in Ottawa for the great reception we had on Tuesday. I know that you and I and Chairman Barry Mason and Board Member Peter Christie went up to Ottawa to give our people in the government an update on the Phase 1 project, which was the rink, and it's been so successful this year with over 35,000 players through the doors. And also, more importantly, our Phase 2 project, which is the soccer field development, which we hope to be in the ground with hopefully later on this year or early next year. And it was just it was a wonderful day. Do you have any comments on that?
Yeah, Len, we also got to attend Bob Marley's birthday, which takes place in the Hill on April 20th every year, and it was kind of exciting to see 500 school kids out there enjoying themselves in the sunshine, and the combatants in the question period, all that took place. So we saw a lot of humanity while we were there.
Yeah, it was wonderful. I'd say it was closer to 5,000 kids by the time the day was done there at 4:20 on 4:20. And it was, we'll leave it at that, but it was an interesting day. It's funny, some of the things you see on the front lawn of the Parliament buildings, but yeah, that was one of the more interesting ones.
I guess you could say they were having a hoot in respect for Bob Marley was what they were doing.
Yes, it was a great day though, but Scott, thanks very much, and thanks to all your colleagues that were up there and supported us. Gary, by way of an update, maybe you could give us an update on the removal of the ice that's coming up, I guess, in about another week, and maybe what's happening in the next during the summer months.
Then we shut the plant off on the 28th, and we have until the following Monday to have the ice out, the pad dried up, the lines on, and Lacrosse will be coming in that following Monday, and we'll have them for the summer. Also, during the summer, we've got some things that we want to attend to, and one of the things being the only concern that we've had expressed consistently over the season is that we don't have any stands. So we're going to try and pull some stands in there to accommodate our lacrosse people and to move into the winter, and so our bookers will have some stands there for their families and for their spectators.
Yeah, that's great, and that's, again, I agree with you, that's one of the things that will make a great addition to the facility. Gary, I know that we've been crazy around here with bookings that have been coming in, and maybe do you want to touch base on the 2010-2011 bookings for next year?
Yeah, Len, what we've tried to do with our bookings for next year is to make contact with our people that we had booked this year and give them first right to refusal, with a few exceptions and so on. We're going to try to integrate the high school into our programs here because they are our neighbors and they need a home, and having won a championship this year, they're very deserving of some ice time at our facility. Also, Len, I think it's important that we mention the little tournament that we had here on the weekend. ExxonMobil brought their people in here for what they call the Sable Hockey Tournament with 6 teams, and they had 2 days full bore, and they loved the facility, and they made the same comment that we don't have stands is the only thing and they want to come back for probably 2 tournaments next year. So it's exciting in that respect that the small tournament people are looking at us.
I think the wonderful thing that probably the holding the ice in for the month of April has been that I've heard that we could hold the ice probably all summer. I know that the ice plant we have is amazing. I know the guys that are looking after the ice, our people over at the Dome, are doing a great job there, but the ice has been as good in April as it was in January from what I could see, and I know I've been on it a couple of times. But do you want to comment on that?
Well, Len, we will, in April, we will break even and maybe make a modest profit, but I think the education that we got running the month of April, where you don't have regular bookings and regular people coming in, you learn about interacting with more members of the community, and you actually influence some of the members of the community to come back for bookings. So it's been a great in that respect that we've been able to till some new soil.
Yeah, I know Sean McKenzie has been using the facility for his 4-on-4s and for training and everything, and Sean's been a great user this year, and thanks, Sean, for your support. Anyway, Gary, also our neighbors next door in the Waverly Fall River area have got some news as well.
Yeah, Len, I think for those out there who like to play baseball, we have announced in Waverly at the McDonald Sports Park, the Waverly Amateur Athletic Association with HRM are building a ball facility, and we're also courting Trigo to come in, and Trigo, for those that don't know, is exercise in the air with hand lines and zip lines and you're off the ground doing an exercise program, so we're excited about that coming in as well.
I know the zip lines are a great treat. When you get down south, as everybody that goes down there knows, zip lines are all over the place, and zip lines are a lot of fun. And I know the people in the Waverly, Fall River, even Bedford area, with this, if this Tree Go program goes ahead, will have a wonderful time out there, and it's a great opportunity to get your family out and exercise in the open air. Anyway, Gary, it was a great trip to Ottawa. We've had a wonderful year. We've had over 35,000 people through the doors. You and your staff have done an absolutely incredible job over there, especially with the ice maintenance and the operation, and I know that the users have complimented the staff over there, and they've done a wonderful job.
Well, Len, it's been relatively easy for me with the backing of the board and having a staff like I've got, and also, Len, I want to thank you for being here for us when we need you and to do these updates and help with the scheduling and just make it a better program all around. So I guess it's pat everybody in the back time, but you know what? Sometimes that's necessary.
Yeah, no, that's great, and you know, the board's done a great job, as you say, and we look forward to the Phase 2 project, which is the soccer fields, and we're going to start on that. And by the way, for everybody out there, don't forget about the Rocky Lake Development Association AGM that's coming up on May the 10th, I believe it is. You can check our website out for that. At 7 o'clock at the lawn bowling facility or the Leisure Club in Bedford, next to the Legion at Range Park. So everybody, once again, Gary Hines, Len Goucher. It's Thursday, April the 22nd, and thanks very much for a very successful year, and we look forward to future updates during the summer as we go. Goodbye, everybody.
And thank you.